Hello, my lovelies. I'm Stephanie, and I am a modern day mystic and a guide. And I love to use the tarot and the images in the tarot and oracle to come up with brainstorming ideas with people to problem solve the world that we live in. And today, I really want to talk about what I mean when I say I love my black and white deck, because I have a bias that sometimes too much, just because one isn't enough, maybe that doesn't mean that two isn't too many. And so I've pulled out some of my black and white decks. It's very rare that I would use these on a daily basis, except for my standard to go. But I wanted to talk a little bit about them. First of all, I have the Edgar Allan Poe tarot by Trisha Leigh Shufelt. And what I love about this is the images are so beautiful for people who appreciate Poe, but the messages that align with his stories are so useful. This particular one is the Sun card, and it says, "They who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night." And the artwork here is absolutely glorious. However, the problem that I have with this particular deck is that same problem that I have when I am working with a deck with multitudes of color, or, for example, a deck that would have collage. And that would be that I'm not looking for extra color because I just want straightforward answers. And color has so many meanings, and color theory has so much information coming at me that I just want black and white. I just want an answer. I just want it to be in black and white. And so the Poe deck does not have any color. However, it has so many more layers of meaning because of the books of Edgar Allan Poe. And so, much as though people will describe the 78 cards and the archetypes of the Fool's Journey in Tarot as each card representing, perhaps you would imagine it as the front cover art for an entire book of knowledge and stories and experience, life experience. That this is truly, each card is representing an entire storyline in Poe's collection. So I think the bottom of the deck, the two of paws, which would be um, representative, I believe, of the two of coins. I'll check that if I'm wrong. But the quote is, "I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity." And yeah, I mean, you can go so far with that. It's as though it's a deck with color. And so I would not use it unless it's absolutely appropriate to do so. But that is not truly a black and white deck to me. I also am absolutely enamored with the images by Riccardo Gil Ferraro in the Medieval Mischief Tarot. Even I mean, the stereotypical Three of Swords, the Heartbreak card. But he has brought so much personality to these cards. I believe on the bottom of the deck I had the Tower. Yeah. And the Tower is giving us this eye of God almost, where we're reminded that a tower event is something that occurs because we're not building on particularly strong soil. And so universe is granting us the gift of wiping out what we're building while we're building it, which, we're quite upset about. However, the gift is that we were building on bad soil and it's wasted effort. And so a gift of the universe to wipe out what's not built strong, so that you don't waste good time building something that isn't going to last. But here again, I have more information coming in because of Ferraro taking the time and energy to give me additional pieces of information tied to astrology and the elements that is distracting to me. I do not want to, when I'm just looking for an answer, I do not want to go into the other huge methodologies of information. Like I'm not going to pull astrology in when I just want to answer black and white answer. So the Medieval Mischief Tarot would not be, unless it's appropriate and I'm called to use it, it would not be my stereotypical black and white deck that I just want to get an answer from. I have two beautiful decks that have meaning in other ways specific to Heidi Phelps' work in the Black Violet Tarot, which her artwork, oh my gosh. I believe that she created this deck while her mother was dying of cancer. And I mean, just the strength card. Oh my gosh. I mean, you can see it from a distance. I've just put the card over the deck book. But there's still this overlay of health. Um, and all of the images are of women. And it has a personality of deck that doesn't constantly remind me that I am working with the feminine and I'm working with the strength of feminine that is the depth of being in witness when people are going through illness and staying in in the in-between times. If I'm remembering correctly, Heidi Phelps was pregnant, going through in vitro fertilization while her mother was struggling with her health. And I mean, this is just the epitome of the struggles and the strength of women uh, throughout our experience right now. And so I can't say that I would read so beautifully if the topic was not tied to that particular strength, that particular joy. Although it is indeed a beautiful black and white deck, it's not the deck that I would go to just to get an answer, just a straightforward answer, because it has a personality, it has a bent, it has a reason for existing, and I would pull to it when the right situation came up, but not if it didn't. And I also had one other favorite black and white deck that I love so much because of its artwork, but the artwork itself might as well be color. This particular Heart and Hands deck by Liz Blackbird has got the most astounding flavor of, I would say, the 60s and 70s in my mind. The Three of Cups would stereotypically be celebration, and we've got, the guitar strumming in the background and the bubbly and even the way the princes are represented. I mean, these guys are just like one cool fruit dude right here. And so it is completely black and white. Even the edges of the deck are white. However, there is so much to be said in the image. There's so much depth here in the Hermit card um, of meaning in the drawing, in the imagery, that I'm looking at these cards and I'm drawing meaning because of the way this amazing artist has brought the information in. And so it's calling me in different directions. And it's not that straightforward, black and white, just give me an answer kind of approach because it's completely black and white. It doesn't have some of the other overlay of where the person was emotionally and personally while they were creating the deck. It doesn't have words on it of any factor, but the drawing is so rich that I'm taken in different places. And so that is why I have that one go-to deck that I have I always have at hand. It's the deck that I reach for, and it's the Bianco Nero Tarot. And it's that, just straightforward. Um, I just want to know the answer. I have room for the incredibly beautiful art that this young man has created. Queen of Wands in the bottom of the deck. And it's just a beautiful, powerful way to get an answer. And so this creativity is there. It's clear what the message is saying in the messagery. The artist himself was born in Rome, Italy in 1982. And in 2001, he obtained a high school diploma at Primo Liceo Artistico of Rome. I mean, this guy has got it going on when it comes to the artwork, and the artwork doesn't distract for me from the messages that I am trying to look for. And my favorite card in the deck is here, just popped up for me. And she's got her falcon, but she is rocking her dress and she's rocking her pentacles. And this deck, just for me, it absolutely just it rocks. So, oh, and the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So I will leave you with the fact that you have a deck that says that it is black and white, or it looks like it's black and white, but our work with these cards is how the depth of the imagery, how color theory works. And when you compare these decks with decks that would also have color on top of these amazing images, on top of thick meaning of multiple modalities of study, lifetimes of study and a symbol for a glyph for a planet on a card, just the overlay of a symbol glyph, the words that reference an entire fandom or an entire storyline, the use of just black and white. If you had gone to the use of color on top of all of that, just the amount of information that's coming in. For me, sometimes if I just want an answer, is too much. Sometimes I just want to know the Empress is the Empress. She's got it handled. She is all four queens and a little extra something. So, and the King of Pentacles. We love this guy. Have a great day. I hope you have an amazing time. And we have one more recording where I'll talk about my red decks too. So I'll do that as a set. I am so pleased to be able to do this for a living. And thanks for letting me share why I choose black and white decks and what it means to me to have a deck that's truly black and white, no extra information. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.